I gave these practice problems in the last video after explaining how to use factorization method to simplify surds. Now, before then, I explained how to simplify surds, but in the last video, I explained how to use factorization method. So now, for these practice problems, we will be using the other method for sum, and then we will be using factorization method for sum. So now, let's start with the first one. We have root 63. The first one says root 63. How do we simplify this? Let's use the other method without using prime factorization method. Now, you have to think of two numbers that you can multiply together to give 63, and one of those numbers must be a perfect square. Now, let's look at this. 3 will go here. So 3 times 21 will give 63, but none of this is a perfect square, so we cannot use this. Let's think of another another factors, two factors of 63. We have 9 times 7. 9 times 7 will give 63, and one of these is a perfect square. So that means we can express 63 as root 9 times 7. And this is the same thing as saying root 9 times root 7. What is root 9? That will give 3, right? So this is 3 times root 7, and that can be written as 3 root 7. So that means to simplify the surd root 3, the answer will be 3 root 7. Did you get it, or you missed that video? If you missed the video, then check the description section and go through the video, and then let me know in the comments if you got it or not. The next one, let's solve root 75. Let's simplify root 75. Like we did earlier, let's think of two numbers that we can multiply together to give 75. Now let's think of 5. When you see 75, I believe 5 is the first number that will come to mind. So we have 5 times 15, but none of these two is a perfect square, so we cannot use 5 and 15. Now let's think of 3. We have 3 times 25. 3 times 25 will give 75, and one of these is a perfect square, that's 25. So this is what we will use. So this means this will give root 25 times 3. So this is the same thing as saying root 25 times root 3, and this will give 5 root 3. So that is how to simplify this. Now let's use prime factorization for these two other numbers because they are big numbers. So it is easier to find the factors of these ones because they are small. But for big numbers like this, it is better you use prime factorization. That way it will be easier for you to know the factors of that number. Now let's simplify root 500. We first have to find the prime factors of 500. So that way, let's find the prime factors of 500. We first start with the smallest prime number, which is 2. So 2 will go in 500 250 times. 2 can still go. We use 2 again. 2 will go here 125 times. Now 2 can no longer go in 125, but can 3 go? No, 3 cannot go because 3 will go in 12 and 3 cannot go in 5. The next prime number after 3 will be 5. So let's try 5. 5 will go in 12 2 times, remainder 2. So 5 will go in 25 5 times. Now we use 5 again. 5 will go in 25 5 times, and we use 5 again. 5 will go here 1. So that means the prime factors of 500 are 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5. So we can rewrite root 500 as root 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 and then times 5. So after getting these prime factors now, the next thing to do is for us to pair them. So we have 2 and 2 here, 2 and 2 here. This is alone. It doesn't have we don't have any 2 5, so we cannot pair this. So this is the same thing as saying root 2 times 2, then times root 5 times 5, and then times root 5. So root 2 times root 2 will give 2. So this will be 2 times 5 and then times root 5. So we multiply. 2 times 5 will give 10. So that means simplifying root 500 will give 10 root 5. 10 root 5. Now to the last one, root 1250. So let's use prime factorization for that one too, let's first find the prime factors of 1250. So that we start with 2 as usual. Since 2 can go, as only 2 cannot go, then we move to 3. So 2 will go in 12 6 times, 2 will go in 5 2 times, and 2 will go in 10 5. 2 can no longer go here. So let's try. Can 3 go? Can 3 go in 635? 625? No, 3 cannot go without leaving remainder. So the next prime number after 3 is 5. So let's try 5. 5 will go in 6 1, remainder 1, in 12 2, remainder 2, and then in 25 5. The next number we use 5. 5 will go in 12 2 times, remainder 2, and then in 25 5 times. Then we use 5 again. 5 will go in 25 5 times, and then 5 will go in 5 once. So now let's list out the prime factors of 1250. So 1250, root 1250 can also be written as root 2 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. We have 4 5. So now we pair them. We have only 1 2 here, so there is nothing to pair it with. So we pair these 2 5s, and then we pair these 2 5s. So this will give root 2 times root 5 times 5, and then times root 5 times 5. So this will give root 2 times root 5 times 5 will give 5, and root 5 times 5 will give 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. So the answer now will be 25 root 2. So that means to simplify root 1250, when you simplify root 1250, the answer will be 25 root 2. So if you learn anything from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and share, and subscribe to this channel. In the next video, we will be simplifying algebraic surds, so you don't want to miss out.